Okay, make sure the webcam is working. Okay. Right, now we use... She says she's hungry, so we give her this awful fruit. I take out the dried up fruit from my bag and place it on top of the doll's lap. The mask makes a sound, and then... the mask falls on the doll's lap. Cool. Wants me to go back. Okay, yeah, I was reading the wrong thing. Now it wants us to present it. I place the pheasant mask on the frame. Hey, it looks pretty alright. Maybe it was hung up here. Just then, I hear something move in the hallway. What's going on? I quickly remove the mask, but the shaking won't stop. Hey, look. Wow. Eventually, the vibrating stops. The hallway entrance appears at the mud wall in front of me. Whoa, seriously? Is this a ninja lair or something? This is the first time I've seen an actual real trapdoor. But it looks like we saw a glimpse of the true face of the owner of this place. What are you talking about? There's only one type of person who would build something like this. A paranoid person. Someone who is possessed by something. Possessed by what? That's the million-dollar question, kid. Come on, time to see where this hidden passage leads. I don't think so. What does it say? Up, up. It says up, up. So okay, let's go. We make our way down the extremely narrow path from the hidden entrance. It's really cramped. Well, there are rooms on both sides. This path probably goes between the two rooms. At the end of the path, there's another door. Looks like this is our only option. Let's see where this leads. Sure. Beyond that door. I open the door and I'm shocked to be looking at the front entrance of the Miroku residence. What? Hold on. Oh, I just itched my chin and got the red that I've used as fake blood has smudged, hasn't it? Yeah. Oh well. Is this really possible? Huh? I mean, I don't believe it either, but it's actually happening. Hold on a second, keep calm, chill out and take a look around. What I notice is that the secret door I thought we'd opened earlier is now closed. Everything else seems to be the same. Why is the entrance to the secret passage closed again? I don't have a damn clue. I'm positive that we entered the secret passageway and opened the door. Did something happen the moment we went through the door? That thought gives me an idea. Hey, we entered from the door located at the front entrance, right? So what happens if we try to leave? Like doing the opposite of what we just did? Yeah, if we end up back at the secret passage by doing that. I really did not want to think about it, but... doesn't it seem like we'd be stuck in here? That's bad. Come on, let's try going outside. I rush to open the door, and once going outside, I see the unchanged Miroku residence once again. Phew, that's a relief. You scared me there for a second. Rose, our lookout, looks at the two of us with a confused expression on her face. You two certainly look like you're having fun. Did something happen? Yeah, you see... I retell what happened when we went through the secret passageway. Really? I can't believe it, but it must be true if you're saying it. Piecing all the information together, it seems that when you enter the secret passage, you enter a different Miroku residence. A different Miroku residence? How's it different? I'm not sure. It could be in a different time, situation, just some specific state. We travel to a Miroku residence in a different state by entering that door, is what I mean. If we had to come up with an explanation, that's the hypothesis that makes the most sense. Assuming that you're correct, how is that even possible? There are some extremely powerful curses and thoughts that sometimes cause phenomena like this. Stairs that take you to the same floor, or an intersection that leads to the same place. These are examples I've heard from someone who actually experienced them firsthand. I don't believe that at all, but I guess I have to since it's actually happening. If we're experiencing this phenomenon, then it means that there are great dangers ahead. Are you going to continue investigating? I'm fully prepared to face these dangers. I've gotten through it up until now. This is nothing. Attaboy, that's the one thing about you that I like. Alright, then let's continue our investigation. Au revoir, Ban. Oh, you're back. You're currently teamed up with Ban. Do you want to switch partners? Switch. Mondai nai. You're on lookout now, Ban. Alright, I'll see you later. Rose, stick to the mission, you hear? Alright, let's get going. Alright. The moment I enter the room, I hear something from the back. Is that a boombox? I hear the button being pressed once again, and the noise from the tape stops. I wonder if the scare factor thingy in the beginning, like the mode, whether or not it gets rid of these bits, but like, you can still have those bits in and not make them a jump scare, you know? Taking a look, I see there's a cassette tape in the boombox. I eject it and I notice that it's labeled A. Again. It's an important clue. We have to listen to it even if you don't want to. I rewind the tape and press the play button. And immediately a shuddering voice echoed. Ugh, more screaming. A girl's screaming fills the room and then it finally goes quiet. We hear silence for a bit, then... Soka. Don't worry, it's just your legs. I'm knowledgeable in treatment as well, but now... The man's calm voice is cut off by the tape stopping. I double check to make sure the tape's done and then eject it. That was excruciating. Yeah, seriously. The screams were buried in my ear. Why are just your legs and knowledgeable in the fields of treatment important? Thinking about it, the owner of the mansion, Yakumo Miroku, was aspiring to be a surgeon. Is the male voice on the tape Miroku? I look over and notice that there's another cassette next to the boombox. It is labeled Tape H. Why is this here? Maybe I'll hang on to it. Maybe you'll play it. I mean, you should play it, right? I put tape H into the boombox. I press the play button, but it only spins the tape. It doesn't seem like sound's going to play. I wait for a bit, but there was no indication that the phone was going to ring. Nothing happened, so I take out tape H. Okay. Where am I going now? Oh. Another. Ooh. A doll again. I know this doll wasn't here before. I'm starting to be convinced of Rose's theory about the other Miroku residents. Taking a look at the clothes it's wearing, I can see a light stain on the abdomen. Maybe I'll give it a try. I slowly breathe out and bring my fingertip closer to the stain on the clothes. I'm hearing what sounds like crying again. and from afar a girl's voice saying, this time I hear words I can understand. Cold. Is that what she was saying? Yeah, I heard it clearly this time. Cold. Mum. Unfortunately, I don't see a heater here. If we can't do anything about it here, then we just have to carry her somewhere we can. Carry the doll? Not creepy at all. Guess I'll do it. Here we go. I steady myself and carry the doll. It feels heavier than an actual child. Careful, dolls don't help you lift them. It'll probably feel heavier than a child. Makes sense, yeah, definitely feels that way. Alright, now the question is, where should I carry it to? I carry the doll. You can't investigate while carrying the doll. Okay. Entering the bedroom, my eyes immediately shift towards the bed. Those blankets are obviously high quality. I'm sure she won't be cold in that. Alright, there it is. I'll lay it down on the bed in the back. You move the blanket aside. As you wish. Okay, here you go. I lay the doll on the sheets and place the duvet over it. Now let's see how she feels. She shouldn't feel cold anymore. Let me ask her again. I put my fingertip under the blanket. I heard a crying voice again, and that voice... She's still cold. It's no use, she's saying the same thing. Oh wait. I realized that I was overlooking something important. Mum. Huh? I think she wants a mother? Well don't look at me. You're closer than I am, right? Well, the doll definitely isn't satisfied. Now what should we do? I mean, I've literally no idea. The doll seems to want a mother. Hey, Rose. Sorry, but can you handle this? But I have an image to uphold. Sorry, but we really don't have the time to care about things like that right now. Fine, but only because you're my disciple. I know I'm the one asking you to do this, but what are we supposed to do here? Essentially, we need the doll to feel some motherly warmth. I think an imitation of breastfeeding would be best. Wait, seriously, you're going to... No, I'm not actually going to feed it. I'll just sleep next to it and lull it to sleep, just like mothers do. Here, like this. Slipping underneath the blanket next to the doll, Rose speaks to it as she rubs its head. Oh, you must have been so scared. It's all right now. Mum's here with you. There's nothing to worry about anymore. The scary dream is over now. Hush now. Go to sleep. I hear a clack from the mask. That's why we needed Rose, I assume. Hey, Kojima. Rose crawls out of the blanket. She's holding on to a dog mask. It just came off on its own. Maybe this means that the doll has been released from her thoughts. Now that she mentions it, I remember the mask coming off on its own when I gave the doll fruit. Yeah, maybe. Oh, and there's this as well. What's this? It was wrapped around the doll's mouth. I assume it must have been used as a gag. The screams I heard in the tape replay themselves in my head. I pick up the doll from the bed. Rose helps me and we put it back in the living room where it was originally. Why? Right. Now we do what we did before. Very obvious. I place the dog mask on the frame. Oof. Once again, the entrance to the secret passage appears. As expected. If our working theory is correct, there should be another Miroku residence ahead. That's right. Come on, let's go. Sure. Okay. As we thought, the door in the secret passageway connects to the front entrance of the residence. The entrance doesn't look any different aside from the passageway entrance being closed. When I enter the room, I hear the sound of someone knocking on the front entrance door. Who's there? Is it Ban? No, he has a cell phone. Let's go check just in case. Going outside, Ban is standing around and being a good lookout. What? Looking for something? No. Hey. Did someone come by just now? The hell? What are you talking about? I mentioned the sound that I just heard. It kind of felt like someone was delivering the mail or something. So I came to check just in case. Well, obviously nobody's been here. If the knock was that loud, then I would have heard it too. You didn't hear it? Nope. Well, considering everything else going on with this place, there must be some sort of reason. Maybe you should take a quick look outside. Yeah, I'll do that. Well, if they were delivering mail... that would be in the mailbox. It's a rusted mailbox. Digging around, my hand bumps into something. It's a cassette tape labeled S and a sparkler. I understand the tape, but why is there a sparkler in here? Looking closer, I see scorch marks on the tip of the firework. Looks like it was lit, but the flame went out before it reached the end. Well, the obvious answer would be harassment. He probably didn't talk to his neighbors much. I see. Okay, is that all I need to do? No, I need to switch to Ban. Alright, Rose, you're on lookout. Mondai nai. Au revoir. I'll see you both later. Alright, let's go. Okay. I don't like this. Okay, what do we need to look at? The boombox. Oh yeah, because we got a tape. Duh. I put tape S into the boombox. I press the play button and let out a sigh. There's a long period of idle sounds and then a scream along with a loud noise. The sound makes me gnaw my lips. I never thought it would be so stressful just to listen to screams. The girl repeatedly screams, "Give it back." I don't want to imagine what she wants back. Soon the scream grew distant and I hear a man's voice once again. Soka. No need to worry, it's just one arm. Let's take our time and cut it while I treat it. The sound cuts off there. I think I finally understand what this man was doing to these girls. It's clear from the other tapes that he's been cutting off the hands and legs of the victims. He's even saying, "while I treat it," so... His objective isn't to murder, so his objective for cutting off their arms and legs must be something else. I don't get it. Why the hell would anyone need to cut the arms and legs off of anyone? Obviously, this isn't a question that any sane person can answer. It is met by a suffocating silence. Let's investigate some more. It feels like we're slowly getting closer to finding that reason. Yes. I would like to leave. Ugh. 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 Okay, I find another unfamiliar doll sitting in front of the coffee table. Here we go again. Something about this doll immediately jumps out as different. Is this one naked? This doll doesn't seem like it's wearing clothes, and just like the other dolls, there's a red stain on it. I guess this one wants its clothes back because like we have those like sailor. Oops, we have those the sailor outfit. I take a deep breath and move my fingertip towards the stain on its back. I hear some sniffling and crying, then I begin to hear a quiet voice. She wants to go to school, so she wants the sailor outfit. They never make this easy, do they? I think the voice I heard was saying I want to go to school, but how would I make that wish come true? I take out the sailor uniform and put it on the doll. Seems like you're having a tough time. I'll help. Putting clothes on a doll ends up being a lot tougher than I thought. Working together, the two of us finally managed to push the hands and legs through. Phew, who knew dressing up a doll was such hard work, damn. This is probably tougher because this heavy doll isn't helping us at all. I step back and look at how it turned out. The ticking of the clock and silence continue to drone on and on. That's weird. Nothing's happening. Is a school uniform not enough? Well, this isn't a school. Seriously. I don't want to think about taking this doll out of here and taking it to a school. The closest school is pretty far from here. Hey, Kojima, sit next to her. Huh? What are you talking about, old man? Listen, just shut up and sit down. Also, I'm not Ban. From now on, you call me Mr. Ban. You got that? Or Ban Sensei. Say what? Though it feels ridiculous, I sit down next to the doll as Ban ordered. Alright, let's review what we learned in our history lesson last time. So, when did Columbus make it to America? Kojima, what's the answer? I don't know. Ban, pretending to be a teacher, calls on me like I'm a student in his class. What the hell? Something about the ocean blue. Oh right, it's 1492, right? Good, I'm glad you reviewed what you learned. Alright, next question. I'll ask you. Ban points at the doll and throws out a question. What year was the Emancipation Proclamation signed? However, the doll continues to stay silent. Fine, I guess I can help keep this going for a bit. Yo, Ban Sensei, don't you think that question is too difficult for an elementary schooler? Oh, good point, my bad. You're doing a terrible job as a teacher. What did you say? You runt? That's no way to talk to a teacher. Pfft, what kind of teacher calls his student a runt? Jeez. That's it, come here, you little. Oh, wanna fight, you fraud? Then, the next moment... I guess that was a lot like her school life. With a clack sound, the doll's mask comes off. Hey, did you just see that? No way. All it took was a half-assed act like that. What are you talking about? That was a class lesson, no matter how you slice it. I was teaching my ass off there. I'll have you know that I've got my teaching license from my college days. Oops, wouldn't trust it. Well, as it happens, you don't count. Anyway, it worked. You should show some more gratitude. Monkey mask. Hey, there's something else on the floor. Shining the light around my feet, I see odd shoes. I don't know about the shoes, but this mask is probably for... Yep, probably. Let's give it a try. I hate that noise. Okay. The entrance to the secret passageway appears. This is the same as always. I wonder if that's true for what's up ahead. I feel like Ban was trying to imply something with those words. Let's just be careful and move forward. Nope. We're switching to Rose. I feel like I remember this very well because I think I died here. Oh, you're back. Mondai nai. Does he not have like a voice actor? He doesn't like none of his words are. Wait, was Amanome's voiced either? Seems like they just got female voice actors to do little bits. Although some bits are done by dudes as well. Oh wait, I just want to go in. Please, please sir, I just want to go in. I didn't mean to do that. I step into the secret passageway and immediately notice something strange. Hey, is this... The walls are covered in red streaks that look like something was cleaning off a brush. Like someone was cleaning off a brush. Is this blood? Looks like it. This seems like a situation that calls for your special abilities. Right. I had just finished adjusting my breathing, so I reached toward a section of the bloodstains. A scream shrieks down directly above our heads. It's even more high-pitched than the one at the entrance, and it hits me like a lightning bolt. My vision immediately goes white, and all strength drains from my limbs. I have to move immediately or I'll die. But do I still have the strength to escape? No, I don't have enough strength to escape. Then I should choose something that will let me stall death for even a second longer. I hold my head and fall on top of the big bloodstain. I was gonna say, isn't that bad, you touching blood? Then, there's a memory from that blood. My blood metry activates. The screaming voice disappears and I hear the high-pitched cry of a bird that sounds like it's communicating with others. Was that a crane cry? The friendly cranes were calling out to each other. If that's the clue to stop this sound, then what should I do? Make Rose scream. Hey, Rose. I tell Rose to scream through gestures. Scream! Pretend you're a bird and scream. It looks like my message gets through because Rose rears back and screams. However, I can't hear it at all. Damn it, I guess this is it. My despair turns to resignation and then my consciousness leaves me. That's all I hear as I slip into darkness. So loud. So loud. An unknown amount of time passes. Someone's voice brings me back to my senses. Are you awake, Kojima? I take a second to gather my senses. Did the screaming stop? What are you talking about? Yes, it stopped, thanks to your advice. And well, also thanks to my voice training. I never knew I could scream so loudly. So that means... I see. So we're saved. Unfortunately, this is neither heaven nor the river Styx. We are still living out this current life. As long as I'm alive, I don't care. I'm pretty sure I had Ban here with me, and I don't think it works if a dude does it. Anyway, I look up at the ceiling of the passageway. That scream, it came from directly above us, right? Yeah, that's what it felt like. I guess that there's a room above here, but it doesn't look like there's a ladder hidden anywhere. Hey, you alright? Yeah, it's nothing too serious. I just strained my throat from all that screaming. I watch Rose rubbing her throat. I can tell she has yelled herself raw, which is to be expected after belting out a scream like that. I never expected that I'd have to match a crane's cry with just my voice. Some pieces mimic cranes with a shakuhachi or kokyu, but I've never heard it done vocally. Shakuhachi is that flute made of bamboo, right? What's a kokyu again? You're a high schooler, so what's a crude comparison I could give you? It's like a Japanese violin. You pluck the pulled strings with a bow to make sound, so it's very similar to the violin. I see, I'll keep that in mind. Yes, please embrace knowledge. I also hope that your desire to learn will be reflected on your next report card. Now, let's get back to investigating. Yeah, we're still running out of time. The other Miroku residence should be just ahead, right? True. Well then, let's go. Just as we thought, the secret passage connects to the front entrance of the Miroku residence, but the entrance here has an obvious difference to the front entrance from earlier. Hey, look. There are more of those frames. I see. This is starting to get interesting. Let's get the mask out. At that moment, the cell phone vibrated. Right, it's almost... Pity, we're out of time for tonight. Hey, it's me. Time to get out of there. Alright, let's go back. This is pretty good for today. Let's go. I'll see you in the next one.